Now, Manny has a lot of experience, you know, at the highest level and competing at the highest level. And that makes this that much more interesting. But like I said before, there's no blueprint on how to beat Floyd Mayweather. And he can tell you that himself.
He's older than me. Oh, I'm still young, so and I'm always active with this sport. So what I have done and accomplished in boxing, I think it's one of a kind, because to get a different weight division is not that easy. I'm just saying this to repeat you might forget that accomplishment. So to be the greatest boxer in the world is to know how to of course be compassionate and to show the people that you're really a fighter.
Well, you know, we all live our lives the way we want to live our lives. You know, everyone in this room have family, have friends. But when it comes to this, when it comes to boxing and competing and being the best, I'm not here to talk about what you did on the outside. I'm not here to talk about what nobody else did on the outside. I'm not here to talk about your personal.
The blockbuster rematch between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao is rapidly gaining momentum. Their first encounter generated a staggering $600 million, making it one of the richest fights in boxing history. And now, talks of a sequel are heating up once again.
You know what's going on inside that square circle? I'm the best. No matter how you rate it, no matter how you cut it, no matter how you slice it, no matter if you go to 100 years back, 300 years back, all the way to now, there's only one best, and that's Floyd.
Pacquiao believes now is the perfect time for a rematch. He pointed out that Mayweather is preparing for a return from retirement, while he himself feels physically strong, focused, and ready for another historic showdown.
Why is now, 11 years after the first fight, why is now the right time for this rematch?
It just happened that I'm still active in boxing, and then he come out from retirement, so and he decided to do it again. So this is it. Like I'm so excited for.
Netflix has officially confirmed the blockbuster clash between Mayweather and Pacquiao, scheduled for September 19th, 2026. The announcement has sent shockwaves through the boxing world, with fans already predicting another record-breaking spectacle.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao will rematch coming up this year, September 19th in Las Vegas at the Sphere. 11 years after their first fight in May of 2015, that still holds the record for the biggest pay-per-view of all time in the world of boxing and the biggest gate ever for a boxing event. But the platform is not Showtime Boxing, not Paramount Plus, not DAZN. The platform will be.
Their first meeting in 2015 was monumental. Widely regarded as the biggest fight in boxing history, it shattered pay-per-view and revenue records. The bout captured global attention as Mayweather defeated Pacquiao in Las Vegas, creating a cultural sporting event that transcended boxing and entered mainstream entertainment.
First fight in 2015, which, like I mentioned, is still the biggest pay-per-view to date in the world of boxing. The most pay-per-view buys, followed by Mayweather versus McGregor, as well as the biggest gate. And honestly, that first fight, I was there in person. I lived it. I followed Manny around pretty much the whole entire camp. The buzz and the buildup for it has still been unmatched. Even that fight week, the buzz and the buildup is still unmatched. Like, the amount of press members that went to cover that fight that week, usually they set up a press room, and that press room was freaking packed the first day we got there, which was on a Tuesday. Still, I've been to hundreds and hundreds of fights, the biggest fights, and I've been doing this for a long time now. That's still the amount of attention, the amount of buzz has yet to be matched. In case you needed to be reminded, Manny and Floyd fought back in May of 2015, in what was literally, this word gets used over and over again, fight of the century. All these other fights that have happened since this Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, and they try to label themselves fight of the century, it's all cap. It doesn't matter. This literally, Mayweather and Pacquiao, the first fight, was the fight of the century. I got photos, I got videos, I got texts from people in San Diego and other cities waiting outside of bars. They were outside in the streets, huddled together, trying to watch the fight, not even in the bars, in the establishments. So that tells you like how big that fight was back.
Pacquiao says he learned valuable lessons from the first fight and believes that experience will make him better prepared this time. He explained that both fighters are now more mature, wiser, and determined to avoid the mistakes of the past as they gear up for the rematch.
It's going to be a first-of-its-kind event. The last time you and Mayweather stepped into a ring, it was 2015, over a decade ago. Is there anything you can learn from that fight heading into September's bout?
Oh yeah, I learned a lot on that fight. Way back 2015, I think we become mature right now and how to handle it, and like, you know, I hope that it will not happen again, like the way it is last 2015. You know, it's the experience is like not really 100%, but I'm hoping for this time around no more excuses, especially to my condition and also for everything. Like I'm so excited.
Pacquiao, famously known as Pac-Man, has openly admitted that he was not at 100% during their 2015 bout. He revealed that a right shoulder injury suffered in training significantly limited his punching ability inside the ring.
Not being 100% the first time around. I think it was a shoulder, right? Was it a shoulder issue that you were fighting to popped up during training? To the fans who are excited about this, but a little bit worried about another injury coming up, because we're all 11 years older than we were back in 2015. To them and their concerns, you say what?
Well, both of us are disciplined fighters, so him and me, we taking care of our body, and then we always work out almost every day and playing basketball like that. So right now, I still can fight. Like I feel like I'm still young. I mean.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Mayweather has already resumed intense training as he prepares to end his 9-year retirement and step back into competition this year. He has been actively working out in the gym and sharing training footage, signaling that he is serious about returning to the spotlight.
Watch it. I step back like I have my distance. That's why I step. Shit, you gotta have my distance. Fighters don't know their distance. You gotta know your distance. Hush. I get just bit down. Patient. Patient.
Former world champion Timothy Bradley Jr. weighed in on the potential rematch between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, stating that Netflix is investing in premium entertainment. According to Bradley, this fight is ultimately about business and spectacle rather than pure competitive rivalry.
You already know the damn rest. Look, I just got notice that Manny Pacquiao Mayweather about to go back at it in September. So a lot of guys coming out of retirement getting that Netflix money. Netflix is willing to pay for content, man, especially if you're popular. You know, they did Jake Paul. Jake Paul opened his damn door. Gotta give it up for him. He opened his door. And Mike Tyson, they've done other events as well. You know, Katie Taylor and Serrano as well. However, I was thinking De La Hoya was next. De La Hoya, you coming out of retirement? Clapback Thursdays.
Unlike the traditional pay-per-view model, Netflix's massive global reach and subscription base open the door to enormous commercial opportunities. Revenue could flow through new subscriptions, sponsorship deals, merchandise sales, and international exposure, with the event already being promoted as one of the biggest sporting nights of the year.
You know, if you don't adjust for inflation, et cetera, or tickets sold, et cetera. You know, Joe Louis and Max Schmeling, the rematch, Ali and Frazier, the first fight. These were the biggest fights in boxing history. But Mayweather and Pacquiao was easily the biggest fight of its era, of the generation. And it was the highest grossing fight of all time.
By far.
Because it 4.4 million pay-per-view buys at $100 a pop. Do the math, right? It's interesting because Netflix is obviously in the business of, you said, eventizing.
Yes.
Everyone, they want enormous events that become shared experiences. In a way, in this day and age, partly because of delivery systems of content like Netflix, everything is so niche. You know, everything is so compartmentalized that there's very few shared experiences. It's one of the reasons that the NFL is such a big deal, because the NFL can get tens of millions of people to watch the same thing at the same time.
Many fans and analysts believe Mayweather's return to the ring may be motivated more by financial incentives than by sporting ambition. Critics point to his history of lucrative exhibition bouts and his extravagant lifestyle as signs that major paydays, rather than championship glory, continue to drive his comeback.
Gambling problem, of course, his situation's unstable. I mean, this is about as predictable as anything I could imagine. Steve, how old is Floyd at this point?
47, and he has not had a real fight since 2015 when he beat Berto. Then he had the foray against Conor McGregor 2017, and he's done some exhibitions. And I don't know if you know this, Jason, but he actually made an official announcement with a press release. I'm unretiring, get this, after my exhibition with Mike Tyson in April.
I heard this, yeah.
So that's in the Congo, Rumble in the Jungle Part 2. But yeah, it's for the money. If you, just Google Floyd's name and the IRS. All the news is out there. He owes jewelers money. There's back paid rent for real estate in New York. It's clear that he is now part of the no money team, which is very ironic. And why is he?
Mayweather is also reportedly involved in a significant legal dispute concerning his financial affairs. According to reports, he has filed a lawsuit against his longtime advisor Al Heyman and Showtime Sports, alleging a scheme that deprived him of hundreds of millions of dollars. The legal action seeks to recover substantial financial damages.
And a couple of things, if you look at the article on Boxing Scene, something doesn't smell right about it. A couple of things that don't smell right is it's 10 years after the fact. There are an army of attorneys, lawyers, accountants making sure boxers get paid at Floyd's level. And the idea that Floyd could be in a position where he's starting to run out of money and is looking for a reason that this money isn't his anymore. Paulie, what the first thing that jumps out at you about this amount, about the timing, about everything about this lawsuit, what jumps to your mind first, Paulie, when you think about it, as a boxer on the inside?
What jumps to my mind first is probably the beginning is the 10 years later. Yeah, same. I'm very curious about, you know, I don't want to say the veracity, because obviously that's the strong word to use in this situation.
Meanwhile, rising contender Rolly Romero has added his voice to the rematch debate, predicting that Mayweather would likely defeat Pacquiao once again. Although Romero has never faced either legend, his confidence reflects a broader sentiment among fighters that Mayweather's defensive mastery and ring intelligence remain major advantages, especially at this stage in both careers. This opinion is echoed by high-profile figures such as Conor McGregor, who has also publicly backed Mayweather to secure another victory in a potential 2026 rematch. Many fans view this as part of the ongoing narrative that Mayweather's strategic brilliance and undefeated record continue to give him the edge, even if the event leans heavily toward entertainment and commercial appeal.
Come today, official night, Floyd Mayweather returns to the ring against Manny Pacquiao in the rematch. What did you think about that fight?
I don't think anyone was expecting that, was they? Seems like things can happen very quickly.
Was it correct that you were in talks with Manny Pacquiao at one point? How far did they get?
I mean, you didn't see Sean Gibbons then call me out like I don't know how many times, all that stuff, right? It just, you know, it's complicated.
Boxing legend Oscar de la Hoya recently shared his prediction for the highly anticipated rematch. Confidently backing Mayweather, de la Hoya highlighted Floyd's unmatched defensive skills, emphasizing how his ability to evade punches and dictate the pace has made him nearly untouchable throughout his career.
You have to understand this. He's always taken care of himself. Like, you know, his body, physically, mentally, he's always been very sharp and always staying in the gym and doing something physically, right? That's the big advantage he has. I mean, he's an athlete. He's a world-class athlete. You know, watching Pacquiao's last fight, yeah, you kind of feel bad. You kind of feel bad for him, and you know, even though he did win and he did, I guess, pull off a surprise in his last fight with a draw against the world champion, but still, you tend to kind of like feel bad because it's not the same Pacquiao. You know, it's definitely not the same Pacquiao I faced. That's for sure. The one that you know, put me on my stool in the 9th round.